Picture this. You're finally standing right in front of Buckingham Palace, you know? It's the trip of a lifetime.
Oh, absolutely.
But instead of actually taking in the rich history, your heart is just pounding in your throat because your phone is at like 1%.
Oh, no, that is the worst feeling.
Right. And your digital boarding pass, your hotel reservation, your banking apps, they are all trapped inside it. So welcome to your custom deep dive. Today, we're examining a source dialogue between two travelers, Ali and Sarah.
Yeah, and we're using their chat to really figure out why the lofty dream of cultural exploration basically lives or dies by a cheap lithium-ion battery.
Exactly. Because everyone thinks they know how to travel, but looking at this simple exchange reveals this totally fascinating blueprint of the modern traveler's mindset.
For sure. I mean, it completely redefines what we consider a survival toolkit. On the surface, this source is just two people planning a trip to London, but underneath, it exposes the psychological mechanics of why we leave home in the first place.
Yeah, and the intense cognitive load required to actually enjoy it once we're there. So before we even look at where people go, we have to establish why they go. Like, what's the underlying engine driving the trip?
Right. And Ollie and Sarah have very different engines.
Totally. Ollie represents pure escapism. He talks about a past trip to Alexandria purely in terms of the sea, the weather, just passive relaxation.
Just chilling out.
Exactly. But Sarah is completely different. Her past trip was to Dubai, and she focused on the culture, the food, the modern tall buildings.
She's drawn to human achievement, basically.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting. When they discuss their shared dream destination of London to see Big Ben, Buckingham Palace, the London Eye Sarah explicitly ties the trip to improving her English.
What's fascinating here is that is a massive experiential shift. Ollie wants to consume an environment, right? While Sarah wants to interact with it to force personal growth.
She's treating the city not just as a museum of landmarks, but as a real-world language classroom.
Exactly. Immersive travel totally changes your brain's relationship with a new place. You aren't just observing things, you're stepping into a high-stakes environment.
Wait, I have to push back on that a bit.
Oh.
Doesn't that strip the fun out of a vacation? I mean, if Sarah is treating London just like a classroom,
Yeah.
isn't she basically working while on holiday?
Well, it sounds like work if you view learning as a chore. But neurologically, active engagement like navigating the tube or ordering a coffee in a second language, it actually releases dopamine differently than just staring at a monument.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, the friction of the experience is the reward. It makes the memory stick because your brain actually had to work to decode the environment.
Okay, that makes sense. But that desire for active self-improvement, it completely collapses the second you realize you forgot your passport.
Oh, 100%. You cannot achieve cultural immersion if you are stuck having a panic attack at Terminal 3.
Exactly. Which brings us to the actual practical preparation they discuss in the source. Because a grand dream falls apart without rigorous logistics.
It really does. And Sarah outlines a very strict chronological approach here. She talks about booking tickets and hotels first, then packing clothes.
Right, but she places packing a phone charger on the exact same urgency level as her passport and her money. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
Notice how a phone charger is listed with the same level of urgency as legal documents. Obviously, everyone listening knows to pack a charger, but framing it as an absolute necessity perfectly captures modern travel.
It really is a huge philosophical shift. A dead phone doesn't just mean you can't take vacation photos anymore.
No, it means no maps.
Right, no real-time translation apps, no access to your digital wallet. Our digital lifelines are just as critical as physical documents now.
It's like the new foundation of the traveler's hierarchy of needs.
It is. Our security is entirely tethered to our devices. And this is where Ali introduces his ultimate safety net to combat all that anxiety, the travel checklist.
A checklist is kind of like scaffolding on a building.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it isn't the beautiful architecture you came to London to see, but without it, the entire structure of your trip falls apart.
That is the perfect way to look at it, because a checklist is fundamentally a tool for cognitive offloading.
Cognitive offloading, meaning you're transferring the mental burden of survival from your own brain onto a piece of paper.
Or a screen, exactly. If you're constantly running a background program in your head, trying to remember if you packed your medication or your travel adapters.
You don't have the mental RAM left to actually absorb the culture around you.
Exactly. So their ultimate advice for first-time travelers to plan thoroughly and keep documents safe, it isn't just about avoiding a ruined trip.
Right. It's about building a solid logistical foundation to buy yourself mental space. You need the rigid logistics to unlock the spontaneous experience so you can, as they say, enjoy every moment.
The dream of the destination absolutely requires the grounding of the checklist.
So successful travel really balances that high-level cultural curiosity with just grounded, checklist-driven preparation.
You can't have the romance without the mundane reality of packing.
So true. But let's leave you with this to mull over.
Okay.
If learning a language and experiencing a culture are the ultimate aspirations of a dream destination like London, how long until emerging translation technologies and virtual reality get so good that they challenge our very need to cross borders?
Oh, wow, that's a wild thought, right?
Will we always need the passport, the checklist, and that critical phone charger? Or will the world eventually just come directly to us?